Hi. I'm Autumn,
And I'm Alder.
and welcome to 70s Daydreams. And we have a really fun one today. Y'all know the song Bad, Bad Leroy Brown by Jim Croce. Sonny and Cher covered it for their variety show, the Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour. And there is an accompanying animation for it. And it is really fun and funny, and I'm really excited to capture this one for this podcast. So you said you hadn't heard this song before?
I don't know that I have heard this song before. It didn't seem familiar to me. Yeah, when you originally pitched the idea of doing this animation, you were like, "Yeah, you'll know the song. You'll know it immediately." And then I was like, I don't think I do. Sorry."
Yeah. Jim Croce was this really great songwriter, American songwriter, and he was just like a storyteller. And this is his big hit, and it's very jaunty and fun. Almost has a New Orleans-y vibe. Also a little bit of like a early rock and roll vibe. It's very rollicking, and it tells the story of this guy named Leroy Brown, and he's a tough guy, and he walks around and people are afraid of him because of how he carries himself, and he has like weapons, and he has like jewelry on his and stuff, and he's like sort of like a prototypical like badass kind of no nonsense guy. And in the song it says he's meaner than a junkyard dog, and he's just this kind of like, he sounds kind of like a bully, kind of just going around like doing whatever he wants. And so this music video, it just illustrates the lyrics of the song, but it like, he's like wearing platform shoes and like this hat. I mean, he's basically, it looks like a pimp.
Yeah, he's like strutting all around where he goes and strut dancing, kind of the way that he walks, which I quite liked the movements there.
Yeah, like walking, sort of like that one, that like comics. There's this like famous like image like Keep on Strutting, where like there's this guy, and he's like leaning back, and his like feet are like way in front as he's like walking, and it says like Keep on Strutting, and like that type of walking, I guess was, I don't know, I guess like a confident strut, and that's how he's walking with like his big old platform shoes, taking the center stage, and he's got all this jewelry and this hat and his like, was it a plaid suit or like a funny polyester, like something you would
Yeah,
see in like a,
yeah, like very stereotypical 70s, like almost like you would buy it in the Halloween store. Yeah.
yeah. So were there some parts that like really stuck out to you, or what did you like the animation?
I thought was very inventive. And I guess it was like either cartoons watching real people like as a TV, which was like Sonny and Cher in it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they were watching them or if it was meant to be that like they were the bartenders or something, but I was like, wow, like cartoons and like animation could do that way more frequently, where they're like, the TV would be like the real people. And I love how they flipped that.
Yeah, so it was towards the end, at like the climax of the song and everything. They're all at this bar, and then you see Sonny and Cher singing, and they're like pouring drinks. I think they were supposed to be the bartenders, like giving their
They were
drinks.
like dancing and singing at the same time, like swaying, I guess.
Yeah, so it was kind of like a fun cameo mix. And then the other live action shot was the beginning, where they're at a laundromat, I believe, and it like zooms in into the washer or the dryer or something, I think.
Yeah.
And then the video starts. I thought that was kind of cute, and like the colors of the laundromat were really like kind of pastel.
Yeah. What were some like breakout favorites for you as far as like the visuals go?
It almost had like a comic book style quality to it, like when it first opens. It was almost like a mix of like that and like maybe Hanna-Barbera a little bit. For me, it was just a lot of like the funny movements. And honestly, I think what really made it for me, less the visuals, was more the sound effects. I thought the sound effects were really funny because there's these moments where like Like with this one guy, he has like a pocket knife and he takes it out and he like opens it up and it makes this like really goofy sound. And then when Leroy Brown, when he's showing off his jewelry and then he like on his hand and then he punches the three guys and it makes these like really goofy sounds. And there's just all these like really funny like cartoonish sounds that are contrasted in this kind of like serious song about like a gangster type. And I thought, yeah, the sound effects were just so goofy and
That's really interesting because I watched it 3 times and I couldn't tell you one single sound effect.
really?
Like I was really like honed in on the visuals, I guess, and the movements in particular, like the way that they used posture in this was really interesting to me. So I was really focusing in on that.
Yeah, I think, yeah, the posture is a great word because I feel like this era, like, just like the way they carry themselves says a lot about what is considered cool, what is considered fashionable, and yeah, just like the way he was and his shoes. And I like the one visual where, so like the animation pretty closely follows the lyrics of the song, and it talks about how did it say he has like a knife in his shoe or
Yeah, a
something?
razor in his shoe, and then it like X-rayed into his shoe. That was what really cool. I really like that one.
Yeah, like shows like his foot is on the gas pedal, and then it shows like an X-ray through his like pants, and you see. But he's also wearing this like garter thing, like on his like leg, and it was kind of funny looking.
They say something about a jigsaw, and then he turns into like a jigsaw puzzle and falls apart into a million pieces.
I thought that was really good because he finally meets his match because he messes with this woman who already has a guy, and then the other guy is like kind of overpowers him, and then he gets thrown out of the bar, and he like skids across the ground on his butt, and it makes this like quirky sound.
Yeah, I also liked the fight cloud, like with the stars and stuff, and that really made me wonder how far back that goes as like kind of like an animation trope, like when you get into a fight and it's just a whole cloud and then there's like stars and stuff all around and then they like
And you're seeing like their arms and legs coming
and
out.
I guess it's partly just because it would be so difficult to animate a real fight, but like
Yeah, like I'll just put like a cloud and you don't need to see.
yeah.
Yeah, I always love seeing those tropes. I was like, oh, they're doing it again. Like the funny. The Leroy Brown character looks a little bit like Jim Croce. I don't know if it was based off of him, but I was getting some vibes.
I noticed there were several like repeating segments too, like him throwing the dice, him like growling like King Kong.
Oh yeah, that was another thing I really liked because every time they mentioned King Kong, he was on the top of this building and like there were planes flying around and he was like knocking him down because the original King Kong story has King Kong like taking a woman and then bringing her up to the top of a building, I think, as like collateral or something, and then they're all trying to rescue the woman. So I think that was like a reference to him being like King Kong, like all the way up. And then like when they say King Kong and then his teeth get all like pointy, kind of like a monster.
Yeah, it like he like growls and then does that, and then like there's the building segment, but then there's like several times where he's like rolling the dice too. Like
Yeah, I mean, I know King Kong has many undertones and overtones of racism. The thing with like King Kong is it's just like sounds good in a song because of like the alliteration and like it's sort of like a reference everyone knows. And
I guess they're repeating it along with the lyrics that get repeated, maybe.
I mean, the thing is this song lends to an animation really well because the lyrics it's very much like a linear story. Like, it sets up the character, shows what he does, then he gets in like a fight and all of this. So it lends itself to that. So I definitely think they're like poking fun at Leroy Brown because he takes himself so seriously as this like macho man. It felt like it was like, yeah, he's this like thinks he's so tough, and then he gets his ass handed to him by that other big guy. When he kisses the first woman, that would seem like a little bit like pushy because like she didn't really ask for it because she was walking with her boyfriend, and then he like kind of pulls her over and gives her a kiss, and that was like a little bit.
Yeah,
Yikes.
and then the guy's like shaking in his boots because this like Leroy Brown, they said he's like 6'4" or
He's
whatever,
like, oh
is
no,
like
he's got my girl or
right.
whatever. It's not the best upload, but y'all can watch it on YouTube. I saw someone comment that the animation crew that did this also did the film Shinbone Alley, which is another 70s film. And then I like did some research, and the name of the production company that did this animation is called Fine Arts Films. And I think they're still operating, and they've like done other animated shorts for the Sonny and Cher comedy hour. There like variety shows were really big in the 70s, and there was a lot of just like doing different types of segments. And I think animation was another way to sort of have a little bit of variety,
Yeah,
and
spice
stuff.
it up a little.
Yeah, and it's fun and everything. So, Fine Arts Films, shout out. Thank you so much for animating this gem. And I want to check out Shinbone Alley. That looks like a cool film. I'm not really sure what it's about, but if it's by the same people who animated this, which I like the style, I'm excited. Just more about the music. I still prefer the original. It's just such a classic, perfect. It's like a perfect production, a perfect song, everything about it. It's just really swings but the Sonny and Cher version, it's really good. I really like it. Like they step up to the plate, and I really liked the production and everything, and they don't really try to reinvent it. They kind of just flavor of the
Yeah, I
original.
felt like they were pretty similar, like
Yeah.
yeah, in overall.
Yeah, it's swinging. It's swinging. Yeah. But yeah, it was fun. I really like this one. I'm happy. And the past few we've done have been about music, so I'm pretty excited to keep going in that direction a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm really happy to share this one with y'all, not just because of the animation, but just because I love this song. And yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see you next time, and we're gonna get a little musical maybe.
Yeah.
All right.
See y'all.
Bye.